Joining us now with stories trending around the world is, thank God it's Friday, OjyOkpe. Hello, Ginex.
TGIF.
Yes,
It really is Friday.
Your favorite day of
I've
the
been
week.
waiting for this day all week.
Dr.
Good
Bati
morning.
has given you a new middle name.
Yes, what is it?
AKA Thank God It's Friday. Because you're like joining us, it's Thank God It's Friday.
AKA TGIF.
Hello, OG TGIF.
I mean, this studio is just so breathtaking. You know, like I feel so alive when I'm here. How are you? Rufy on fire.
Oji did a fantastic, fantabulous,
Thank you.
job yesterday night.
If you miss the fidelity,
the hosting, you miss the hosting, you miss everything.
It was
Who are you?
Professor Benedict Orama. Fidelity Bank was celebrating him with his exit at Afreximbank, celebrating a titan. I've lost my voice. Congratulations to that man. I mean, when you read his biography, you'll understand why they refer to him as a titan. Well, good job. And
your voice is evidence of a great job. Well done.
Thank you. Kudos to MD of Fidelity Bank, Dr. Neka Ipe. Congratulations, Professor Benedict Orama. Well, good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending. On an exciting note here in Lagos, as the state is set to host Nigeria's first ever electric Powerboat Racing Championship, the E1 Series, scheduled to take place this weekend, October 4th and 5th, on the Lagos Lagoon near Victoria Island. The event marks a historic moment for Nigeria, which is now the first African country to host this international electric powerboat competition.
Lagos is more than a city. It is energy, it is culture, it is the possibility that makes this Lagos different from others. The E1 Lagos GP is more than a race. It is a celebration of innovation, sustainability, and the spirit of our people. It is Lagos tourism at full. Join us as Lagos makes it. This is Lagos.
This is so exciting. However, Lagos State residents should prepare for significant traffic disruptions throughout the weekend, as the government has implemented a 2-day road diversion plan to accommodate the event. The E1 Series, which began in January 2024, with races in Jeddah, Doha, Venice, and Monaco, features a unique gender balance requirement, as each team must include both male and female pilots. The event's emphasis on clean technology and gender inclusivity reflects evolving priorities in international sporting competition, while potentially boosting tourism and reinforcing Lagos's image as Africa's cultural and economic hub. Eko Onibaje. I know you'll be dancing. You know I'm coming to you. I'm so proud. I'm a Lagosian.
We are all Lagosian.
Nigeria happened to us on this. I'm happy. Nigeria happened.
I hope you all have your invitations, because I know that we got some packs. And Dr. Bati, I feel like you want to say.
I was going to say that it's very good news. It's exciting. I think it was around March that Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu traveled to watch the same boat championship somewhere in Europe. And it was on that occasion that he met with Didier Drogba and with LeBron James and I think Rafael Nadal. And on that occasion, Alhaji Aliko Dangote was also there. And it was then that they decided that, look, Nigeria, Lagos, should be the next destination. After Lagos, it's Miami. And so Nigeria, Lagos, the city of Lagos, becomes one of these iconic cities that have hosted the Formula One Boat Championship. And we're excited that Didier Drogba and his partner, and LeBron James, and Rafael Nadal, and all the persons involved in that have chosen Lagos to promote tourism, to showcase innovation. And it's Cowrie Creek, we have been told, that will be used, that area of Cowrie Creek, from October 3 to October 5. Now, we just hope that electricity will not be a problem. Benga Motoshaw, the Commissioner for Information, has assured us that they have everything in place. One, they've cleared the seas, the lagoon rather, of plastic bottles. So there's also something to gain in terms of environmental cleanliness in Lagos. And then 3, they say they are going to close the road from about Ozumba Mbadiwe to the Lekki end of it. I hope also that will be well managed to make sure that, you know, people living in this on this side of the city are not subjected to any undue, frustration. Otherwise, it's a good way to showcase the city of Lagos, an achievement on the part at a personal level and managerial level on the part of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu.
Yes.
And this will lead to a lot of other positive things, showing that, look, you say Eko ni baje.
I always say Eko ni baje.
In fact, you are even now claiming Lagos, which is very good. Because Omotosho was reminding me that those who are saying some people are immigrants in Lagos, that there are no immigrants in Lagos.
He said he didn't say it.
Omotosho said Lagos is home for everybody, and everybody is welcome in the city of Lagos. And we're going to see that in the next 3 days.
Yes, I hope I see you at the event.
Let me just say I'm so happy because I often talk about the governor's themes agenda and, you know, where he hasn't fulfilled that, I talk about it. Where he has fulfilled it, to talk about it too. Part of that, the M is making Lagos a 21st century mega city. The E is boosting entertainment and tourism. Work well done. So themes agenda was what he campaigned on, and he's delivered on that on this level. Fantastic. And so with regards to some of the benefits for Lagos State, because yes, it's beautiful, it's a show, we're going to enjoy the entertainment value, but there's also job creation. So as part of this weekend, there'll be temporary jobs created for Lagos young people to benefit from. In terms of inspiration, the young people can also see the possibilities of what can be and what we can do with our waterways. Also in terms of technology transfer, I think it's excellent that we're able to work hand in hand, and I hope that the people who are coming to produce this show will also, teach and show by example to our young people in Lagos State, so that we can also stage, competitions like this around the world. Yeah. Really proud of the fact that we're hosting it, the first on the African continent. And despite the disruptions, I know that, yes, traffic disruptions here and there, the benefits far outweigh the discomfort. Right. Congratulations, Governor Sanwo-Olu. Congratulations to Mrs. Toke Benson, who was here to talk about it as well, the Commissioner for Tourism. Excellent work being done. And congratulations to Lagos State Waterways, Kari Creek. Mr. Dami Emmanuel is in charge of that. I think it's excellent work they've done so far.
And I think to show our commitment.
Gender inclusivity. How did you forget gender inclusivity?
We can send Aaron, we can send Rufai, we can send Rotus. We'll go and man some of the boats.
Real quickly, I mean, I'm always very excited when I see development. We want development, and that's why you see the other day I was telling Aaron that Nigeria can actually host Formula One.
Yes,
hosting Formula One boat because see. When you look at Formula One Monaco, it's a street circuit. We can map out some areas in Lagos and do sort of like a Lagos street circuit. You don't need to build new infrastructure for that. But I'm excited. You talked about some things, Ayo. Yes, we now need to be able to see the return on investment to Lagos. Yes, they're going to be soft targets, but we need to be able to map it with data. What monies were generated? How much was made from this? Secondly, how much was made into the economy? That's another thing we need to be able to see. Thirdly, you talked about skills transfer. Like I suggested that day when the officials came. I said, please, there must be collaboration between UNILAG, even LASU, and these people's engineering department. We must be able to make those carbon fibers and things like that here to be able to ensure that the industry goes on and on like that. Also, the environmental angle to it. I'm excited that they're cleaning out the waterways and things like that. Another thing. So there must also be an outlet. So we must be able to see, one, the foot traffic. Secondly, the return on investment. And there must be data as regards this. Thirdly, how we can now amplify it. Fourthly, the cataloging. There's something in Saudi Arabia called the Riyadh season orgy that starts pretty much at the end of the year. We must be able to catalog this as events every year. And we do it. And also, the boat regatta. I'm so happy that this also bring about boat regatta and things like that. So all in all, it's a good win for Sanwo-Olu, good win for Lagos.
Good win for Lagos.
Let's do it.
Eko ni baje. You know that one. You had
invitation cards will not disappear into
Dr. Matthew, you didn't receive yours.
That time. Maybe some people have taken my own.
Ikena has it.
Oh, okay. Somebody is sitting on the.
No, Ikena will bring it, Doctor. Don't worry.
Please liberate the
all right. Well, congratulations. So the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, For more good news, we bring you an update on the story of Barrister Peace Udoka Onyesom, a newly called-to-bar lawyer, and her sister Gift Onyesom, who were kidnapped near Lokoja last Friday, September 26. Well, in a remarkable turn of events, the sisters were rescued on Tuesday, September 30th, just in time for Udoka's birthday. Both sisters were seen in a video posted online celebrating and thanking their rescuers. Let's take a look.
This is Peace Udoka Esquire, and this is my sister. And these are the men, like they are men. They went to the forest to rescue us. We want to thank everybody out there.
Literally at Opela.
Yes.
God bless you.
That came for our rescue.
Soldiers at Opela. God bless you so much. God bless you.
Thank you. Thanks for your wishes. Thanks for the support. Thanks for everything. Really appreciate it.
God Almighty bless you.
Amen.
Happy birthday, Gift. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip hip. Hooray!
It's possible. It is possible in Nigeria. Happy birthday to this amazing woman, an amazing feat that happened. What a fantastic turn of events. When we reported the story, the kidnappers had demanded 40 million naira ransom for their release. So it's great to see these girls rescued safely. The rescue mission was facilitated by activist Harrison Gwaminishu and his team, along military personnel in Okwela, Edo State. Let's take a look at this new footage showing the rescue efforts. All right. I thought it was important to highlight this video. This young man, Harrison Gwaminishu, has, been working really hard. Kudos to him in Delta State and in those areas as well. And of course, kudos to our team, the military at Okwela in Edo State. Thank you very much for rescuing our girls, and we need more rescue stories like this. Congratulations, and again, happy birthday, Barrister Udoka. Well, let's turn our attention now to politics. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has debunked widespread reports suggesting he pledged to step down for a younger candidate in the 2027 presidential election, insisting his position has been fundamentally misrepresented. In a statement issued on Tuesday by his spokesman, Paul Aide, Atiku's camp described the media interpretation of his recent BBC Hausa service interview as inaccurate and misleading. The statement clarified that what Atiku actually said was that young people, as well as other prospective presidential aspirants, are free to enter the contest, and that if a young candidate were to emerge through a competitive primary, he would readily support such a candidate without hesitation.
Wasu na ganin cewa lokaci ya ja, ba wani ba shi bane karon farko ka sha fitowa a wannan takara amma ba ka samu, ga shekaru suna karuwa. Ba ka ganin kamar lokaci ya da zaka iya daga matasa kafa ka ba su dama?
Ai ban hana su ba. Wa yana so? Ba wani wanda yana so.
Amma ba ku jawo su jiki ba, ku nuna masa hanya.
Ai jam'iyyar da muka dauka yanzu ai matasa da mata muka saka a gaba.
Yanzu aka cika hakuri ka ba wani matashi zaka ba shi dama?
Wannan magana daban ne, idan na ce zan tsaya matashi ya ka da ni shikenan sai in karba. Ai ba mu kai wannan wurin ba tukun.
Well, that was Atiku Abubakar's BBC interview. Well, Paul Aide further clarified that after a thorough review of both the video and the transcripts of the interview, in the original Hausa and English translation, it is evident that at no point did the former vice president expressly state, suggest, or even imply that he intends to step down for anyone. And I'd like to read some tweets now. This is from 64, who wrote right here, just a quick reminder, sir, by 2027, you will be 80 years. My advice is please keep the money you want to waste again for campaign for your children and grandchildren. And I'll take another tweet here. Atix wrote, he has no consciousness of age. At age 80, what level of capacity can a man possibly have to fix a nation like Nigeria? That's the question. Ayo, are you listening? And then finally, another Twitter user, Chris, posted on X, wrote, what many Nigerians do not understand about Oga is that while others see the presidential race as a sprint, Oga sees it as a marathon. Oga takes inspiration from President Paul Biya. Nam, Jessica, it means stay strong, Ayo. All right, well, before I come to you, let me just go through other comments. In the same vein, Atiku Abubakar spokesman Frank Shaibu has issued a scathing statement criticizing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's claims of progress in education, healthcare, the economy, and security during his Independence Day address to the nation, arguing that the president is disconnected from citizens' harsh realities, using vivid metaphors. Shaibu declared, the yam may be plentiful, but if the pot is empty, the stomach still rumbles. Today, Nigeria's pot is not only empty, but cracked, and the people remain hungry. On education, Shaibu argued that many pupils still learn under harsh conditions while teachers struggle with poor salaries, stating, a man who builds many huts without roof has only built shade for goats. Very plenty metaphors, Frank Shaibu. Well, regarding healthcare, Shaibu noted that Nigerians still provide candles, syringes, and drugs before receiving treatment in hospitals. The opposition spokesman also criticized the government's economic reforms, highlighting that food prices have skyrocketed, transportation costs have overwhelmed households, and many families eat less than 1 meal a day, declaring in another quote, if these are the seeds of reform, then the fruit is still bitter. Well, on security, Shaibu pointed to the recent killing of a Rise TV journalist, Somtochukwu Maduagu, in an Abuja robbery incident, stating, a farmer cannot boast. The bush is cleared while weeds still choke his yam. Well, Shaibu challenged the administration's claims of disbursing billions to poor households, noting that citizens haven't felt the impact. He said, if the yam has truly cooked, neighbors would perceive the aroma. Right. Well, he also highlighted the plight of Nigerian youths who, instead of thriving, are forced to sell sachet water or ride motorcycles for survival, declaring, you cannot tell a child to dream big while you steal the mat he sleeps on. Shaibu urged the government to reflect honestly on the state of the country, suggesting that anniversaries should be moments of sober reflection rather than self-praise, concluding, Nigeria is 65 years old, but our leaders still serve promises as though we are meals. And you know that Frank Shaibu, Ayorufai, Dr. Abati, is very good with this sort of metaphors. But, you know, most of the things that he said, I mean, a lot of Nigerians can agree with that, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Ayo,
okay,
go
let
ahead.
me just start. I'm sure that from Tinubu's camp, one person in particular would have a proverb in retaliation because it's about Kokoro Tonje for. You know, he would have something to say to him. Maybe he would be proverbs or proverbs in terms of response. But, you know, on another note, let me just talk about very quickly. First of all, going to the age question and the comments that came around former Vice President Atiku Abubakar saying that he's too old. I don't think, well, when it comes to age, there's nothing around a cap on the age of the person who wants to run for the presidency according to the Constitution. So he's well within his rights. If we compare the frontier of democracy front runners, we have, Donald Trump is 79 years old. He's going to be 80 next year. Joe Biden, who had contested in the last US elections, is currently, I think he's 82, and he's going to, so he's going to be 83 later on this year. So what we've been calling for, yes, is competence and also physical, virality. So is it physically fit in terms of a doctor's report? We've often talked about any candidate being bold enough to present to Nigerians a status of fitness of health, so that that when you're in office, you have both the mental and physical capacity to lead a diverse nation and a young population like Nigeria. Competence is what we've been asking for. And that's why we often say as well that when it comes to campaign season, let's campaign on ideas. What do you have for the Nigerian people so that people can make a decision as to whom they want to elect, come election season? Atiku Abubakar has been good in that, sharing ideas of what he would do differently from this administration. One of which is that in recent times he had said that he had proposed a phased-out approach to the removal of fuel subsidy. It's ideas we want to banter with. It's ideas we want to bring to the table, whether it be him, Peter Obi, President Goodluck Jonathan, anyone at all. It's competence above, or these other things, whether ethnicity, religious background, or even age. What we want to see is competence. And now, in terms of all the lastly, on the state of the economy, Frank Shaibu told no lies. A number of things he said, he was able to prove that indeed, when it comes to education, healthcare, and the like, security, we haven't yet gotten to the promised land yet as a nation. However, President Tinubu also said that we've turned the corner. And so we've gone through labor pains. It's now time to enjoy the birth or the beautiful fruit of what will have happened. So what Nigerians are now waiting for is the actualization and the impact on the ordinary people on these reforms he has made. He has 2 more years to prove to the Nigerian people. COP election 2027, I hope we will banter on ideas. And whoever would be elected would be someone who is good for the nation and to move forward the nation.
Fantastic. Rufai, go ahead.
And I hope that, for what it's worth, in 2027 elections, some people will have the temerity to even come and attend the debates in the first place. Because it's so easy for people to talk, but they don't like to attend debates, to debate their ideas. At least Atiku Abubakar attended debates. At least Atiku Abubakar, that they're not talking, that some people are pushing the agenda that is quite too old. At least we have never had a reason to dispute his age. But there are many people that will dispute their age in this country. And we just, fritter around hypocrisy of the highest order. You see, this propaganda that somebody is too old, is too this and everything. The truth is, what we are looking for, like Ayo said rightly, is the best ideas on the table. Be it an old man or a young man that could bring the best ideas to be able to change the order of things. When people make arguments about young people, have we not seen young people run states in this country? Didn't they fail woefully?
Sure.
The person that after he became governor is telling State House Assembly members, Makuru Maga, is he not a young person? Was that person not one of the youngest governors in this country? And at the same time, we've seen young people, the likes of Donald Duke, that did very well. So it's not about the age range. It's about the capacity of an individual himself.
Right.
Is the individual a good person or a bad person? But you see, the problem with Nigeria is that we have a way of bringing in rogues. People that their age is in disputes. People that certificate is in disputes. All sorts of matters around them. That's the people we bring into leadership. And that's why this country is not moving forward.
All right.
And that's why Frank Shaibu said all the things he said. How will a country move forward when you have people that, yes, we celebrate good part, like we celebrated Lagos today, we celebrated the returning of all of them, but collectively, on the terms of leadership, we see gaps. And when we see these gaps, and I remember expressly yesterday you stated, Oji, that he said it's only when the person wins the primaries. So those are going to spin narrative, they should continue.
Okay, very clearly. Look, the major issue here is that the Nigerian Constitution is very clear about eligibility. It does not give you a limit as to what age you can qualify for the presidency of Nigeria. Other conditions are properly spelled out there. You must not be a criminal, you must be a Nigerian citizen. It doesn't say if you are 75 years old or 80 years old, you cannot run for the presidency of Nigeria. After all, in neighboring Cameroon, Paul Biya, who is 92 going to become 93, is still in the race, and he's the oldest monarch. Yeah, he's a monarch. That's what he is in the world, and he's still saying he wants to die in office. Mutharika in Malawi, who just came back as president, he's 85. Now, what is important is not about the physical age; it's about the age of your ideas. Now, in the case of Waziri Adamawa Atiku Abubakar, now there is a group, the Obedient Movement. They have been saying to beat President Tinubu and the APC, it would be better for him to step down for Mr. Peter Obi. Now, the clarification that he has offered is that he has never said he will step down for anybody. He has been in that race since 2003. And in fact, if he doesn't win in 2027, you can be sure he will come again in 2031. What we should be emphasizing is that it is up to the Nigerian people to make a choice who they want as their president.
All right.
The choice should be ours. And that's why we keep saying that, there should be electoral reform. There should be a level playing field. There should be transparency. And it's good that he has said, if he loses the ADC primaries, he will support whoever wins. That will mean he behaving as a good party, loyal party member.
Yeah.
As for Frank Shaibu, I think he wrote that piece, rejoinder to President Tinubu, in a fit of hunger. He must have been hungry. All those metaphors. He was talking about yam, he was talking about meat, he was talking about pot, he was talking about... Look, what do you expect Frank Shaibu to say? It's not only Frank Shaibu.
So he's probably very hungry then.
Well, find him a pot of yam so that he can... Now, the president, on the occasion of the Independence Day, used the occasion to showcase his administration, to say this is what we have been doing. Right. What do you expect him to say? To abuse himself on Independence Day? And he said, look, Nigerians should be patient. Nigerians should expect more. Right. He called it a message of hope.
Yeah. Okay.
The PDP who has condemned the speech. So that's just partisan talk. They will condemn it. But as for security, health, and other dimensions that Frank Shaibu identified, President Tinubu says he will do more. And we expect him to do more so that this country can be safe, so that our hospitals will not be quasi-mortuaries, so that, the freedom of all Nigerians under the Constitution will be guaranteed.
Well said, Dr. Abati. On Atiku Abubakar maintaining his stance that he will continue to, buy in for the president. That last excuse I said, Nam Jesike, it means, Oga, well done. Well, we'll take our story under Milestones now. Nigeria's literary queen, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, has added another prestigious honor to her remarkable collection, receiving the Mermaid Literary Prize at Europe's largest cultural gathering, the Gothenburg Book Fair in Sweden. Well, the event was nothing short of extraordinary. A packed-out venue which drew 1,500 people with queues stretching nearly a kilometer, a record turnout for the prestigious book fair. The jury praised Chimamanda for reshaping conversations on feminism, identity, and belonging through her powerful storytelling. But this is just the latest in what can only be described as a remarkable season of international recognition for Nigeria's most celebrated contemporary author. This award comes just days after she won the Felix Judd Prize in Hamburg, Germany, and mere weeks before she's set to collect the Sunday Times Award for Literary Excellence in London. 3 major European literary prizes in a matter of weeks is a testament to how Chimamanda's voice continues to resonate across continents and cultures.
I think writing is deeply personal for me, but also I write in the hope of the possibility of human connection. And so to think that I've written something that's meant something to another human being always brings just sublime joy. I feel happy, I feel grateful. It's the sort of thing that one remembers when one is not in the best of emotional places when it comes to creativity.
Congratulations. 3 major European awards in weeks, record-breaking crowds and queues stretching a kilometer. This is what happens when excellence meets purpose, when African storytelling meets global recognition. Congratulations, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, on yet another well-deserved honor. You continue to make Nigeria proud on the world stage. I know she's one of your favorite, Dr. Abati. Congratulations to her. And we also had another milestone, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, also being honored recently. I'd like your thoughts really quickly.
Well, these are Nigerian prodigies, Nigerian icons, whether it's Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, who's representing us well, you know, at the WTO, Chimamanda Adichie, with her latest novel, Dream Count, you know, a growing bibliography, and we're always very proud of her, of course, as you know. You know that I'm a fan, but I don't want to be accused of overpraising her, but she deserves every word of praise. Congratulations,
Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I'd love to thank you all for your great talent. You wanted to say something, but we've run out of time. Thank you so much for your great analysis on what's trending today. You all have a great weekend. Well, that's all I have for you guys on what's trending today. I'll see you all next week.